what's up guys? It's Kathy and I'm just gonna let you know right off the bat that I currently have a cold and my voice isn't quite what it normally is, so I do apologize, but I'm so behind on video voiceovers that I just wanted to get one done. So I'm gonna muscle through it and I hope you'll stick around and muscle through it with me. It's not a huge long video, thankfully. So this one I created for JustNick Cut File Shop. And if you recognize the cut file, it's because a few videos ago I used a JustNick cut file called Funky Florals as a stencil, and I sprayed a rainbow assortment of Heidi Swapp Color Shine colors over it to create a really neat background paper that I used for a picture of my daughter and I. And I decided for my next JustNick blog post to use the stencil that I had sprayed on, just because why not? I cut it out of white cardstock. If I had cut it out of some random color that I was never going to use, this really wouldn't work, but I cut it out of white so that I could kind of get two layouts out of it, and I do end up getting two layouts out of it, and I really love how that ended up looking because both layouts are kind of similar but different, and yeah, I just love the rainbow effect that is on this cut apart or this cut file. So I decided to put it on on a pattern paper because that's just how I roll. So I picked one that was from an older Hip Kit Club kit that I'd gotten a while ago, and I just had never gotten around to using the paper. It's kind of like a watercolor green stripe, and it matched really well. The picture has greens in it, like dark greens from trees and everything like that, so I thought that this worked out really well. And none of those colors, like there is a bit of green in the cut file, in the spray, but it's a lighter green, so I thought this kind of helped bring in another color without blending that cut file too much. I popped it up with foam dots, and just to add a little bit of interest, I cut and ripped open the top and the bottom, and just to add a little bit of pattern paper, because I wasn't going to do a whole lot of pattern paper layering with the photo or anything like that. So I thought this would be a good way to bring in a few more patterns. And I kind of crinkled the edges of it and rolled them a bit just to make them not so wide. And it added a bit of texture and roughness to it that I enjoyed. The Dear Lizzie Stay Colorful collection, which I just received. Well, not the whole collection because I didn't order the whole collection, but I ordered almost the whole collection, or possibly the whole collection. I can't remember. I bought several of the papers that had the butterflies on it, and that was because I liked the background paper, but also the butterfly paper, but then also the idea of fussy cutting it. So by having multiples, I could fussy cut one, I could keep one, and I could use the backside. So I did fussy cut some butterflies, and I didn't fussy cut a whole lot because I could not find my good fussy cutting scissors. And so I was using these other ones that were supposed to be my craft scissors, but that the family decided to kind of snag on me and incorporate into their everyday life, so they don't cut as well as they used to, and they weren't working all that great. So I just decided to cut one of each type of butterfly and leave it at that, as opposed to cutting a huge multitude, which was the original plan. So I got a whole bunch of new products recently from Paper Issues, like a huge delivery. So I'm kind of breaking into that now, even though I have so much stash. But I just thought I would use some old and some new. Like that tag is from, I think, Citrus Bliss, which is an older Pink Paisley line. It's either Pebbles or Pink Paisley, but I think it was Pink Paisley. And it was just laying on my desk in a bowl where I put ephemera pieces that I haven't put away yet. So sometimes they just kind of gather there, and I will grab stuff from that bowl, and sometimes I will actually get them back in their original containers. So in that case, it never got to the container, and I thought it worked really well. So those are the only things I'm going to back the photo with, because I don't really think they need anything else. I end up going through 3 different ephemera packs. Dear Lizzie Stay Colorful, Fancy Pants, The Bright Side, which no fault to Fancy Pants. I'm certain it's something that happens every once in a while, but I'm missing 2 pieces from the ephemera pack, and they're not small pieces. They're like the 2 bigger pieces that are really cool that I'm certain everybody would want in that ephemera pack. So I'll see about maybe, I'm certain they have great customer service. I've never dealt with them, so, but I'm certain they do. They're a great company. So anyway, I'm going to use some of the other pieces, like that wreath is from Fancy Pants, and it's quite lovely. So I cut it in 2, and I'm just going to put it in 2 different places. I'm using a lot of liquid adhesive for adhering stuff, and that's just because there's so much mist on top of the cut file that I just want to make sure everything sticks. And I think for me, using quick dry adhesive would be the best part. I folded all those butterflies, and you could put foam underneath their wings to make sure that they stick up, but I'm not that concerned, I guess. I know that they're going to flatten a bit in the scrapbook binder eventually, so I'm not as concerned about it. The macarons that I put there are from the Fancy Pants line as well. And that thing that says, the tag that says the love list, I think that's from Amy Tangerine, her new line, which I'm liking more than I thought I would. Like I bought it, and I was concerned when I bought it that I was like, I'm not going to use this line. I should have bought more of this other line, and then I got it, and I'm like, no, okay, I am actually really in love with it. So I'm excited to take some pictures now that the sun has finally started coming out here, and it's finally spring. So and going into summer, it goes off and on. Like this morning, it was freezing cold and rainy, but it warmed up and the sun came out. I'm not going to put any more mixed media or liquid on this, so I'm not going to do ink splatters. So I'm going to do enamel dots, and quite a few. And these are just L Studios or LE Studios ones, however it's pronounced. And I'm just kind of just doing a whole bunch, and I'm bringing in a few that have black, because there is some black in the layout, but not a whole lot. And I'm kind of trying to keep it where black is minimal, and that's because I did consider using some foam words to do my title, so that way they're really popping, because there's not a whole lot of black in the rest of it. And the photo is of my daughter and my husband when we were having a campfire one night, and it was just a sweet little photo. And I tried to scrapbook it recently, and I didn't like how it turned out, and then I did this one and I reprinted the photo, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, it's just a sweet little summer photo of them. And I don't often get to scrapbook pictures with my husband, because he's not it's just hard to get like one of us in a shot sometimes. So I do apologize for the raspiness of the voice. But I think that's about it. I know I move around some of the enamel dots and stuff like that, but other than that, I can't remember doing anything else with the layout. Oh, that's what I do with it. I knew there was like a reason why the video kept going. That's just a little scallop that came in that Fancy Pants ephemera pack. I just thought it looked cute up there, and it brought another hint of black, and I'm going to put some more of it on another. I'm going to put the rest of it, I think, around that Stay Magical, and then that's my trio of black. So, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me while waiting for a new video, and I will see you all in the next video. And thank you to all my subscribers and patrons. Have a nice day. Bye.